everyone, it's Nicole Martel with a cherry on top. Welcome to the May YouTube Hop. Today we are sharing projects that include flowers, and I'm going to be playing with my art journal today. And I'm using the 4x4 art journal. I kind of like the smaller size. And then I have these fun die cuts that I'm going to be playing with. I like this one, and I'm going to just see what I come up with. I especially like this one that has the book with the art journal and the girl's hand. That's going to be my main focal point, and the flowers are going to be the stencil. And I'm going to be using this stamp set as well, just to use as the sentiment and the books. And so to begin, I'm going to go ahead and open the stencil and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and use the acrylic markers. I'm pulling the colors from the actual die cut that I'm using, okay? I may or may not use all of them, but this is just to get this process started. I'm going to go ahead and slap some color down on the background, and there's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's just so that I don't have a white background, because I do like color. And if you do not have markers, you can use paint, like a real thin coat of paint. But I'm using up my markers, and they are running out of ink because I literally almost finished this whole entire 4x4 art journal. And so I'm just using as much as I can before I have to toss them in a trash can. I love the acrylic markers because they are opaque and the colors really pop. And so as you can see, it's a little messy. It looks messy, but when I'm done with it, it's going to look really cool. I'm going to go ahead and use the stencil, and then I have watermelon ink from 49 Market and Ranger. I'm going to use a blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and put that down through the stencil to make the flower. And I'm going over it a few times to make it as dark as I can, and I really like how pretty that looks. The pink looks really cute with the blue and the green with a touch of purple. I'm going to go ahead and use diversifying ink. I like this because it's fast drying and it does not bleed. So if I was to wet the paper, it would be pretty good. And then I like the little foam stamps with the sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp all over, because once I put the girl down, you're not really going to see how messy that is. And it's going to have like a cool background with the flower and some writing. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down like so. And then I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit. And then I'm going to add some glitter drops. And I'm just using this spatula to get the small ones out, because my fingers, if I put them in the box, they'll just pour right out. So that's a good way to do that. And I like the Posca markers because they're very opaque too. And I'm just adding a little border around this page with white. And I am trying to figure out what else I want to do. There's a little butterfly on the girl's hair. And so I figured I'd go ahead and cut the small butterfly from the smaller die cut and use it on the art journal spread. So I'm just fussy cutting, and then I got to figure out where I want to put it. I just figured I wanted to add another butterfly somewhere, and so I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. I was going to put it on the bottom there. Then I was like, I don't know about that, because you can't really see it. It kind of gets lost with the flower. And so then I decided I'm just going to go ahead and pop it over here next to that flower. And I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut the other flower and just pull this over here just to add another flower. And that's pretty much done. Now I'm going to go ahead and slap some color down on the other side here. And because I'm out of the light teal ink and it's pretty much done, I'm going to go ahead and add some darker teal on the right side. And then I'm just going to do the same as the other side and just fill in all the white space with color. And there's no right or wrong way of doing this. Just slap the color down, find a different color and just add it. The whole point is just to add color. Don't worry about what it looks like, because when you start doing stamping and adding other things on it, you can make it come to life. I'm going to share how I did that too. And then this color is running out too. I've been playing with these markers for a good year, so they last quite some time. I love the lilac. I'm going to go ahead and scribble some of that down. Now I'm going to add some more color. I'm going to use this design here and pull the ink through the stencil there. And then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to line it up with one of those squares. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the corner here, just to add some more color. And then I am going to add some stamping here. Normally I would use my Misty to do this so that it doesn't move when I stamp, but the book won't fit in there. So I gotta be very careful. I'm using a VersaFine ink and I'm hoping it comes through all the way. So add a lot of ink and then press down very hard so that you get a good print the first time, because you'll never get that lined up again once you do that. And I happen to make it work. The black isn't as bold as I'd like, but I'm going to go ahead and fix that in a minute. I'm going to glue this die cut, and I'm going to have her hanging off the page a little bit. Okay, so she is going to hang off the wings. I love that. And then I'm going to add some more of the script stamping, just to add something, because I feel like I need to fill it up with stamps and shapes and all that good stuff. Alright, and then I was looking at this and I feel like it needed more color, and so then I was going to add some white, and then I figured I'm not happy with the title, the way it's kind of faint in the background, but I'm going to fix that. I'm going to add some sequins on the bottom here, and sometimes I have a hard time figuring out where to put these things, and normally I would just drop them and let them fall and glue them wherever they fall. So if you struggle with where to put the sequin, try grabbing a few and drop them, and that seems to work too. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use the black marker, and I'm going to color in the title in a minute. And then I was going to color in some of the squares. I'm just trying to bring more color into the second side here, and it's a little bit more blue or green than I want. So I'm going to fix that in a minute as well. So just to get this started, I'm going to go ahead and trace the stamped sentiment with the black marker. And I'm being very careful when I do this because it's free-handed. And see how that title is starting to pop now because it's so bold. That's really the look I was looking for, but it's kind of hard to do that with a stamp without being able to go over it 3 times. So I'm using the marker to fix that, and it worked out. And then I'm going to go and find this book. I'm going to stamp this on a white cardstock, and I did not press it all the way down on all sides, so that's exactly why I said to press down hard on the title, so that does not happen. And so I just did it again. It seemed to work out. I'm using the excess ink off the blending brush for the pink, and I went over the stamped image. And then I'm going to add some green, a little bit of blue, teal, mint, and then the lilac. And I'm just coloring the stamped image just to add some color. And then I'm going to cut this out using my scissors. And I'm just trying to use the same colors that I used on the right side. And I like that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Cut this out really carefully so that it is nice and trim. And I'm trying not to chop any of the images off. It's a little too big, and so I'm going to cut down this book so that there's only two, and I'm going to glue it right on the bottom there. Alright, and then I feel like I needed some shading. I was going to add some black shading in there and I didn't like it, so I'm going to just add some white and smooth it out with my fingers just to kind of blend that in a little bit. And then come back in here and I'm going to trace around the title with the white marker to really pop that title. And you can see how much this works. Like, it really made that black pop just by adding some white, and I like that. And this was totally accidental. I just felt like maybe if I add some white, it'll bring it to life, because I felt like this was missing something else. And so the white marker really helped break up the green and the blue. It looks blue, but it's really green. So I kind of like that. I'm adding some scribbles and doodling inside the little squares and the heart on the shirt. And so I really like how that looks. And then I'm coming back in and I'm going to add some glitter drops, to the center of the sequins. And then I'm just going to scatter them throughout the stamped circles. And this is just to add a little something else to it. And I think it really helped make this pop, because it looked like it was still missing something. And I did about all I can do with the page. So then I just figured the glitter drops will help bring it to life. And it did. I really like this. It's fun. It's me. And I totally love this. Thanks so much for watching today. And take care.